know the person I'm evaluating? What speech project is it delivering? So you need to do all of this for us to rank high as far as program planning and meeting organization is concerned. Does meeting begin and end on time? 2 hours is your 2 hours, 2 hours? Do we have creative table topics? Are we careful enough to look at the speakers and look at the evaluating clubs that still make the mistake of assigning someone to be an evaluator, somebody who will deliver 4 speeches, and you assign such a person to evaluate a DTM speech? No, you don't do that. You've got to look at who the speaker is. A DTM, is an advanced project. Who is going to be the evaluator? Can I get a similar DTM to evaluate it, or can I get an experienced speaker to do that? If you can't get that, you need to beg or talk to other members of other clubs to attend your meetings. So those are the things we need to be sensitive to when we do program planning and meeting organization, or when we evaluate Surulere Toastmasters Club as this criteria or criterion is concerned. I will move on because of time. Please permit me to share my screen again. I think the slide was hanging. So I'll just share again so that I can wrap up very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So the 5th element of the moment of truth is membership strength. And this is very important. This is key to the survival and the long-term existence of our club. If you look at our membership today at Surulere Toastmasters Club, are we around 20 or 22 or 25? Do we have pipelines of members or prospective members that we can convert in the future that will become members? If we don't have this, we need to find a way to get this, because of the situation of things globally, people tend to move around. There is high mobility of people all across the world in search for greener pastures. So we've got to have prospective members or guests that we are going to convert in the nearest future to become members so that this club can survive. The reason why we have a number of clubs who are not able to survive is because they barely have 20 people. And when 5 out of the 20 people stop paying their dues, the club runs into trouble. So as a club, we need to have a long guest list so that we keep getting people to pay dues and becoming members. So let's look at the standards. Club has 20 or more, but we need more than 20 to survive. Clubs, members are retained. Are you able to retain the members of this club? Promotion of club in the community. Do we do publicity? Vice President, public relations, our social media account, is it active enough to sort of attract the club to new prospective members to be able to join us in the future? Club programs varied and exciting. That is what's going to keep your members at the club. If the program is not exciting, if it's not interesting, if it's not entertaining, at some point people are going to stop coming. Do you give opportunities to Toastmasters, to your member, to sponsor new members? So how do you do this? Identify affluent members. You can talk to, I know certain people in Surulere Toastmasters that will be willing to sponsor a new member. You can talk to them that in order to grow our membership, do you want to have a target to sponsor a minimum of 1 member before the end of this dispensation? Or you talk to me, I will be willing to sponsor 2. Nobody has come to me to say, do you want to sponsor 2 new members for our club? I will be willing to sponsor so that we can grow the community. Let me give you an instance. we are trying to bring back on board Access Women Network recently. And I said, I'm going to be a member. I'm going to be a paid member for Access Women Network. And I'm also going to sponsor a member for that club so that we can get the club to continue doing its program. So you can start the same thing. Identify potential people within the club who can comfortably sponsor one member. So if you have a member who is struggling to pay his dues, you can then talk to this affluent member and say, come, can you help us pay for this member? It's going to be a nice way of ensuring that this club is going to be a continuous club. It's going to be a going concern in the nearest future. Do we have regular membership building program? In my club, we used to have a day or 2 meetings that is dedicated for you bringing in new guests. And we usually set up awards to be able to recognize those who are able to invite the highest number of guests at those events. So you need to do the same thing. I will move on very quickly. The last element of the Moment of Truth is achievement recognition. How do we recognize our members? Many people in Surulere Toastmasters Club, they've completed level 2, level 3, level 4. At what point they announce that they've completed? Is it that when we are doing, is it only when we are doing the annual awards that we now say Toastmaster Tessie completed at level 2 5 months ago? We can dedicate 5 minutes of our meeting or 3 minutes every time we have the meetings to recognize members that have accomplished new milestones. You can celebrate them. Toastmaster Jaguar has just completed level 3. We'll all celebrate him and clap for him. You need to be doing that constantly so that members are being recognized. So let's quickly look at the standard. Awards application immediately submitted to Ward Headquarters. When I complete my level 2, and I evaluate myself, and the prompt goes to the Vice President Education. At what point does the Vice President Education complete it and send it to Toastmasters International? Is he at her own leisure, or does she do it immediately and I get recognized immediately and my certificate is available on my account online? Those are the things. Progress charts display. There are certain clubs that will display the progress of their members. Members' achievement formally recognized with ceremony. Do you club, district, and international leaders recognized? Club and members' achievement publicized. Discipline P is used for planning and recognition. You need to do all of this so that members will know that if they deliver their project, Surulere Toastmasters Club is going to accomplish 10 over 10. But if you don't give your speeches, if you don't play roles, there is no way Surulere Toastmasters Club is also going to meet our objectives, our goals, our DCP. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the 6 key elements of the Moment of Truth. And for us to really know whether we are really doing this, we are going to do a quick exercise. The Zoom master is going to create a breakout session, and we are going to sort of quickly evaluate Surulere Toastmasters Club on the basis of these 6 elements. And one person from that group is going to do a 3 to 5 minutes presentation to us, just speak to us on what the club. So let me go straight into the assignment. So we are going to have 3 groups. Group A, Group B, and Group C. Group A is going to work on first impression, membership strength. Group B is going to work on membership orientation, program plan, and meeting organization. Group C is going to work on fellowship, variety, and communication, and achievement recognition. So what are we going to do? What are the assignments? So the first assignment is that what are we currently doing well in Surulere Toastmasters Club? What are we not doing well or not doing at all as far as these elements are concerned? So what are the challenges the club is facing and what are the solutions? So quick one, let me go through all the elements once again so that you can understand the standard you're going to use. The first one, first impressions. There are still 6 standards. Guests are greeted warmly and introduced to officers and members. Guest book and name tag are provided. Professionally arranged meeting room, convenience, meeting room location. Guests are invited to attend the club. Guests are also invited to join. I've also mentioned some other things. Follow up with guests. Do we speak to them at the end of the day? On the Toastmasters International website, what contacts do we have there? The president that has served the club 5 or 7 years ago, our email, phone number to be reached. And when they call these numbers, does TM Tessie or TM Jagun, do they pick up on time or do they return calls? So those are the ways we form first impressions as far as our guests are concerned. The second one I mentioned, membership orientation. You can see all the 6 standards. Formal induction, assignment of mentor, education program, learning needs assessed, discussions or accommodating disabled members, speaking roles assigned, members involved in all aspects of activities, fellowship, variety, and communication. Guests are greeted warmly, enjoyable and educational meeting plan, regularly scheduled social events. I've mentioned that I'm looking forward to the Surulere Toastmasters end of the year party. Members participate in area, district, and international events. Inter-club events are encouraged. Club newsletter, website published and updated regularly. So we're going to evaluate our club in 3 to 5 minutes, and somebody is going to come and speak to us as far as those standards are concerned. The next one, program planning and meeting organization. Program agenda and agenda publicized in advance. Members know the program and responsibility. All projects have manuals and well documented. Team begin and end on time. Creative table topics and activity. Positive and helpful evaluations. That is number 4. Number 5, club has 20 or more members. Members are retained. Promotion of clubs in the community or within the organization. Club member varied. Club programs varied and exciting. Toastmasters sponsoring new members recognized. Regular membership building program. And the last but not the least, recognition of our members. So those are the 6 elements. And we're going to evaluate our club based on the 6 elements right away. So, Madam, Mr. President, are we ready with the breakout sessions?
Yes. Yes. How many minutes, please?
So we can do it. We can do it in 3 to 5 minutes, right? So because we already understand some of these things. So let me go to the assignment once again. So you are going to create 3 breakout rooms. So because we have 12 people on the call, so we should have a minimum of 3 people in the breakout rooms. And the assignment is being displayed now. Group A is going to work on the first impression and membership strengths. And the assignment is to look at, as far as the standards are concerned, what are we doing well in Surulere Toastmasters Club? What are we not doing well enough, or we are not even doing at all? What are the challenges the club is facing as far as those standards are concerned? And what are the solutions? So membership orientation, program planning, and meeting organization, we are going to do the same thing. For fellowship, variety and communication, and achievement recognition, we are also going to do the same thing based on the standards I've mentioned. So we can do that between 3 to 5 minutes. So let me open the breakout session is up and members have joined so that we can time them. So, and at the end of the day, somebody is going to represent this group to present to us. At the end of the presentation, 3 to 5 minutes presentation, we are going to vote for the best group. So we have some sort of an award or prize for the best group. Maybe we are going to start our end of the year events here. So that is what we are going to do, because the ideas we are going to come up with will sort of help the ESCOs going forward in planning and implementing these elements of the movement of truth. So you need to do it very well so that you can help the club to become better. So I will now relinquish the space to Mr. President to guide us through the breakout room so that we can quickly do the assignment. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yusuf. So the breakout rooms are ready and I'll be opening them in a moment. So for the breakout rooms are named, so the names of the breakout rooms are included the metrics that each group is going to be working on, like group A, impression/membership strength. And I also sent the workbook so that you can refer back to these metrics I sent it to the WhatsApp, so I'll be opening the breakout rooms now. So please, once you get the prompt, please join the breakout rooms. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Toastmaster Emmanuel. Good evening, Toastmaster Theo.
Good evening.
Mr. President, good evening, Toastmaster Emmanuel.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. So we need someone to represent the group.
Which of the indices are we even speaking on? I thought our group would be labeled.
Yes, fellowship, variety, then membership, and then achievements, recognition.
Okay, okay, that's it.
Fellowship, variety, communication, and then achievements, recognition.
Okay, fellowship, variety, and communication.
So communication, then achievement, recognition.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, when we say communication, what perspective are we looking at? Are we looking at internal communication or external communication?
Let me share my screen.
I'm actually doing that. Okay, I can stop sharing, right?
Okay, please do. Yeah, no, it's fine. Please share. Okay, yeah, these are the metrics.
So what we're supposed to do is just to score Let me
Yes, score.
to
Then
score
talk about what we are
right here.
doing well and what we are not.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, CM Jago, you want to lead the discussion?
No, please, I might have to move around.
All right. For that means the rest of us that are here, there are 3 of us. So let's just go ahead and score. This is the matrix, and this is the scoring pattern. Let me change. Maybe this. Okay. This is what we use. 1 meaning we never meet this standard. For example, if you're looking at guests greeted warmly and made welcome, so we're going to score here. Number 2 is enjoyable and educational meeting planned. We score here, and regularly scheduled social events scored here. So on and so forth. We're going to score. So you have six elements that we are speaking to here. And here is the scoring module. It will be 1. If we say 1, meaning we've never met this. If we say 2, we rarely meet this standard. If we say 3, we sometimes meet this standard. If we say 4, we usually meet this standard. And if we pick 5, we always meet this standard. I think a good way to do it is to make it as democratic as possible. Let's assume that we are only 3 or 4 of us casting our votes. So what you would do, we're going to take it one by one. That's how best I know how to do this. So let us take 1. Let's call this 1. Let's call this 2. Let's call this 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So under 1, may I ask that we type in what we think our answers will be. Under 1, guests greeted warmly and made welcome. So it's really a Toastmasters club. Are guests greeted warmly, and are they made to feel welcome? So let's choose 1 to 5. 1 meaning we never meet the standard, and anything from here to 5 mean either we always meet it, we usually meet the standard, and we sometimes meet the standard. What will your answer be? So let us go straight to the chat room at this time and log in our number. Chinoso says 4. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to keep track, and at the end of the day, we're just going to pick. So we have Chinoso has given a 4 score. Okay, Jagun 4. So we're waiting for Chidi. Waiting for Chidi, TM Chidi, and TM Elizabeth. Okay, TM Chidi 4. What about TM Elizabeth?
TM Elizabeth, so she might not be fully. Okay, she has responded.
All right, so I guess for the first one, and there's no tie breaker here. So I'll just award us a 1, a 4 for number 1. So I'm just going to put 4 there. Okay, so let's quickly go straight to the second one quickly this time around. Enjoyable and educational meeting planned. So in other words, our meetings planned to be educational and enjoyable. What will you say? So the votes will kick off again from 1 to 5. Let's go. Our meetings enjoyable? Are they educational? Are they planned to be enjoyable and educational? So far, we are dropped to only 3 participants right now. Okay, Chinoso is back. All right, so go ahead. We only have 1 person so far that's casted a vote, and that will be TM Elizabeth. That's 4, 5, and TM Chidi says 5. Can we have TM Noso? I don't know if you can Okay, 4. So I guess we should just pick one. Let's say 4. Let's give ourselves a 4 on that one, unless someone wants to contest it. If I were to pick, I'll also pick 4. All right, thank you so much. That's excellent. We'll go to number 3. Our meeting regularly scheduled. We have regularly scheduled social events. Now, this is going to be fun. Do we have regularly scheduled social events? Let's go on this one. We are open now. 3. Okay. 2. Okay. Once again, one more. 2. I think it's 2, if you ask me. If we, to be frank, we sometimes meet this standard, not sometimes. I think we really meet this standard, really. I think our meetings sometimes can be very business-like. So we need to have, the question, the keyword here is regularly. So I think it's a 2 also. I do agree. So let's go straight to number 4. We are doing very well. Number 4 is members participate in area, district, and international events. Do our members participate in area, district, and international events? Once again, we have our scorecard from 1 to 5. What will it be? Do our members participate in area, district, and international events? TM Noso says 4. We have a 2. And who else again? TM Elizabeth. So we only have 2 responses. We have a 4 and a 2. Or did I miss something? Oh, update 3. Okay, 3. Well, I seem to have the tie-breaking strength. I think we sometimes meet the standard. Sometimes. Okay, we have just 1 minute more. Okay, so let's quickly go. I think sometimes, because if you don't qualify, you don't meet that standard. So I think 3 is what I'll pick. So let us go. Club events, are they encouraged? And number 6. Okay, 3, yeah. Club newsletter website published and updated regularly. So for 5 and 6, what will you give us? So that, because the meeting is going to end soon, the room. 5 and 6, let's just find club events. Are they encouraged in our clubs? Then club newsletter / websites published and updated regularly. What will it be? 5 and 3 from TM Chidi. 5. Wow. We have, okay. For 5 is 3. For 5 and 3. Okay. That's 3. 6 is 5. Okay. We need 1 more. Usually what I do is to find a middle ground. Okay. We are talking about, okay, club Instagram. Okay. All right. Club room closes at 9. Okay. Yeah, we're already at 9 p.m. Yeah, so as soon as the room closes, we just go back to our regular schedule. All right, 4, 3. I think, yeah, in recent time, we've really picked up with our Instagram, especially, and everything. But the question has to do with club newsletter, websites published and updated regularly. When you go to our website, are they, our segments of in the Toastmasters website, are they regularly updated? Club newsletter. So what do we do? Then inter-club events, are they encouraged? Inter-club events. I'm not sure we've had a lot of inter-club events in recent times. So what do we take? Maybe we can take a 3 for inter-club events and maybe 5 for club newsletter and websites. Do we have a consensus, especially on that last one? I can get a yes or a no. Do you have a consensus? And I guess if we do not,
Yeah, I think we do.
okay.
I know the club doesn't have a website. It has an Instagram page, and I know every time that I get, even when I don't attend meetings, I get information, and they're like highlights, and they're always very, engaging, and then highlights just make you wish, oh, I wish I was at that meeting. In terms of inter-club events, like you said, I've not had a lot, but I also know that Surulere has been one of the clubs that are at the forefront of inter-club activities. The most recent being the Oktoberfest celebration that was co-hosted by Surulere, Lento, Ikeja, and also. Surulere has been, if there has to be an inter-club activity happening in the division or district, you're sure to find Surulere Toastmasters. So I think that's a plus for the.
All right, so inter-club events, we're going to put it like a 4. Does that sound? We usually make this standard. Would that be a 4 for inter-club events?
I think the 3 you picked is a fair point. The fact that it's not something that happens a lot.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
All right.
But if it does happen, well, there. So sometimes it's.
Okay.
I think that's a fair.
Okay, cool. What about number 6? Club newsletter. I know that in the international. Oh man, we are out of the group. Okay. Oh, in the international website, we do have a page. Maybe that's what they are referring to. Maybe.
Yeah, and I know that page is updated. Like each time you have, in terms of the contacts and call, I know it's updated. So when they're like new members or prospective members and they go and search Surulere Toastmasters, they get up-to-date information about the club.
All right. I think that's fair enough. That's actually how I got to Surulere Toastmasters Club, by just going online. All right. I think we've done what we need to do. Who would like to present this before the house and give us a scorecard? Anybody would like to do that job?
All right. Welcome back, everyone. I hope the exercise was interesting, engaging, and challenging. So very quickly, we are going to listen to presentation from group A to C. Like I mentioned, the purpose of this exercise is for us to be able to help our club to maybe highlight areas where the club is doing well and areas where the club would need some sort of improvement going forward, so that the club and the ESCO can pretty much do a much better job going forward. So I will start from A. Group A is speaking on first impression and membership strength. So representing that group.
Good evening, Toastmaster Yusuf.
Good evening.
Chikeze Chikwazi, I will be speaking. I'm representing the please pardon me because I cannot turn on my video where I am now. Okay.
So you have minutes.
Okay, so in our breakout session, speaking on the first impression and the 6 standards that we have, what we are currently doing well as a club, Surulere Toastmasters Club, is we actually have a convenient meeting location. The ambience is usually good. Our guests are usually invited to join the club, as we get them involved via table topics. We get them to speak during the table topic session to make them feel involved. Even in one of our meetings, or should I even say, many of our meetings, our guests are usually the one that go home with the ribbon for the best table topic speaker. So we're doing that well as a club. Then guests are also invited to address the club. usually at the end of the meetings where we tell them to tell us about themselves and how they got to know about Toastmasters. So we are actually doing that well at Surulere Toastmasters Club. And our room is usually professionally arranged. The lighting is always good, so we are doing that well. Then what are we not doing well or not doing at all? We are not we don't provide guest book and name tags for our guests. Yeah, we don't do that at Surulere Toastmasters Club. Then what are the challenges the club is facing? One of our challenges that we have at Surulere Toastmasters Club is the
Mr. Chikezi, we lost you for a moment. Are you back? All right.
I think Toastmaster Ruben can step in for him.
Yes, somebody in the group.
Thank you, DTM, for the vote of confidence. Let's get right into it. So he has finished talking about what we are currently doing well, and we're talking about what we are not doing well or doing at all. For what we are not doing well or doing at all, also apologies that my video is not on. I didn't expect to speak. We don't have a guest book with name tags. We also do not have guests. We have guests invited to address the club just at the end of the meeting. But the main thing is we don't have guest books and name tags. We also do not introduce the guests to the officers of the group. We introduce to the members, but we don't tell them these are the officers of the group. What are we to do better and how can we improve? We agree that we would have to provide a guest book first. We also agree that
hello.
even though we have,
you want to go on?
please continue.
Sorry
Please
about
continue.
what happened.
Over to you back, Tiam Chikezi. It's all right. Go ahead. You have the floor, Tiam Chikezi. You have the floor.
You have just 1 minute to round up. All right. The time card is already.
I'm so sorry. In the event that he's not there, let me just speak quickly. We intend that Surulere Toastmasters Club should have a welcoming committee that works with the SAA, because one of the problems we have noticed is we have technical issues, or we are setting up the meeting most times when a guest comes, and that makes a bad first impression. So we want the meeting to be set effectively. We are willing to evaluate the possibility of buying a projector ourselves, because sometimes the lack of a projector hampers the effective streaming of the meeting online and also the experience for the members that attend. But at the core of our strategy is to get a welcoming committee that is going to fall under the chairmanship of the SAA. So she works on preparing the meeting before guests come there, so that by 4 p.m. everything is set and good to go. And we would also manage the virtual space so that guests have a good first impression when they tune in virtually. This is our keystone idea. There are other things that come in, but with this committee setup, it will be able to put every other thing in place. I know we don't have enough time. There are more things to say, but with this is the most important thing we have brought about. Thank you so much.
Thank you. A round of applause to Group A. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. So we'll move on very quickly to Group B. Group B will be speaking on membership orientation, program planning, and meeting organization. Who is going to be presenting on behalf of Group B?
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
My name is Koforo Lachagun. I will be presenting on behalf of Group B.
Okay.
So I'll start with membership orientation. We were able to identify areas that we are doing well and what we are not doing well, and also identify solutions. So what are we currently not doing well with membership? Or what are we currently doing well with membership orientation? Presently, we have a very warm and welcoming environment for members, and we are able to give them a sort of informal introduction to the club after the meeting, where the VIP Vice President membership talks to them about the club and a few other things. What are we not doing well? We do not have a formal induction where we can talk to members about the pathways and education programs. We also take some time in assigning mentors, which can definitely hinder the progress of a new member. And also when we assign mentors, we have an issue where members do not always know how exactly the mentor is supposed to help them. So solutions to these problems are to start to have like a form of induction, maybe quarterly or biannually, where we can introduce all the aspects of the club, especially the education programs and pathways, to members, and also allow them pick their specific pathways that they prefer, without assuming that we understand the goals they are at the club for. And also, in this induction, we can properly tell them what the role is and how they can better work with their mentors to fulfill their goals for joining the club. The other aspect of this meeting is program planning and meeting organization. We also identified places we are doing well, places we are not doing well, and a solution to this problem. So it says that our meetings typically begin and end on time. Our table topics always follow the meeting theme, and we are able to keep guests entertained with the table topic sessions, and they're always able to participate. Where we are not doing well, we are not doing well with our evaluations. Sometimes our people give speeches and they might not specifically meet the objective for their speech. And a lot of times this is not suggested by the evaluator, so they can go over the speech again. Also, we do not always have our agenda out on time. So what this means is that sometimes we get our agenda of the day on the day of the meeting, or maybe the day before the meeting, which can definitely hinder like the proper flow of the meeting. And the reason for this is because the VP is the only one who handles the programs. So the solution to this would be to get other members involved in making the programs so they're out as early as possible, and also get members to pick meeting roles in advance, even before the next meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jagun, for presenting on behalf of Group B. We move on very quickly to Group C, and Group C will present on fellowship variety and communication, as well as achievement recognition. Who is representing Group C? Let's do this.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
And everyone here today. It's a privilege for me to represent Group C. My name is Emmanuel Eme. And with me in the group are other four delectable Toastmasters Chidi, Elizabeth, and Chinonso. The assignment was very exciting as it got us to talk and evaluate, and many times reevaluate our structure. We were very encouraged by the matrix that we were given of scoring between 1 and 5. 1 meaning we never made the standard, and 5 representing we always made the standard. 6 modules were given to us. In module 1 was for us to examine the guests, whether they are greeted warmly and made to feel welcome. And on that, we all agreed unanimously to score ourselves a 4 because we usually made the standard. On the recommendation of the group, we went straight to the question whether guests enjoy, have a meeting enjoyable, whether it's educational, and meeting plan, which we also scored ourselves 4 because in recent time, our meetings are always very enjoyable, as attested, by those who attend. The area where we had a bit of challenge and we believe we need to work hard on is regular scheduled social events. We did evaluate our group to be a little bit business-like. We need to have more social events in our group. So on that one, humbly, we scored ourselves a 2, where we really meet this standard. We do sometimes, but rarely meet this standard. The other areas where we are in between, members' participation in areas, districts, and international events. We've had Surulere Toastmasters, go almost all the way in the past, a few years. So we scored ourselves a 3 in that. That means that we need to hone our skills more if we are going to go all the way to international level. Also in inter-club events, we've done pretty well in that area. Sometimes we've met, somebody pointed out the October 1st event, and we need to have more of those. Finally, is the evaluation on club newsletters. And it is very interesting to note that in recent time, our Instagram have been really, really buzzing. And we are doing a lot with social media and getting club newsletters out. So on that one, we humbly scored ourselves a 5, and we will want to do more. And members also attested that our link in the International Toastmasters group is always updated, which, by the way, is how you sincerely got to know about Toastmasters, by going to that link. And as somebody who is seeking, and I got very updated links. So by and large, we believe that we are doing well, but there are areas we need to do better, and we are going to hold each other accountable to make sure that this are met, especially in the area of regularly having social events. At this point, I would like to hand over the mic to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Emmanuel, for presenting on behalf of Group C. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've come to the end of the group presentation. So we are going to vote for best team on one hand. On the second hand, like I mentioned, the importance of this, the importance of this session is for us to be able to bring out areas we are not really doing well as a club, so that we can pay attention to those areas going forward. And the groups have mentioned quite a number of things, and I believe the ESCO will sort of pay attention. So in summarizing some of the things you mentioned, Group A mentioned the fact that we don't have guest book. When guests come to our club, they are supposed to sort of register, they are supposed to put their names down, name, phone number, and emails. And at the end of the meeting, somebody is supposed to pick those names and send a general. Somebody is supposed to pick those mails and send a general thank you email, and also provide additional information that if you want to know more, you can speak to XYZ person who happens to be our vice president, membership, and all of that. The second thing is that at the end of the meeting, what I've seen many clubs do is to now assemble all the guests into one place and speak to them, or get the vice president membership to speak to them, or an experienced member of the ESCO in the event that the VPM is not around. So if that is done, you are going to get personal, information from such guests. You are going to get to know more about their needs and all of that, and their intention of coming to your club. I've seen members, or I've seen guests attending one of our meetings all the way from Osun State or your state and all of that. There was a particular meeting I attended. We've almost concluded. We have just 2 minutes before 2 people walked in and they said they were coming all the way from Ilorin to attend a Toastmasters meeting. Imagine if we don't talk to them and we just allow them to go just like that. What kind of impression are we going to leave? People who have been on the road since morning just to attend a meeting. So we need to engage these people when they attend our meeting. We also mentioned, I think Group B mentioned, because I want to summarize because of time, Ruby mentioned that we don't have formal induction ceremony. This is very important. We cannot run 24 meetings within a year without having a formal induction. What this induction does is sort of orientate the members. It allows the members to be able to know what the club is all about, who are the executive, what are my responsibilities, what are the responsibilities of the club to me. And when you do the formal activity of giving them their pin, presenting certificate to them, they sort of feel a sense of belonging, that I'm a member of this club. So they will want to do more. They will want to keep coming. So we need to find a way to organize some of these events. So what you can do as a club is to have a calendar to say every quarter, you are going to maybe do induction ceremony. Within 3 months, you do one. Or at a minimum, you must do 2 in a year. So you have a calendar. Maybe you say every June you have one, every January you have one. So you must have a plan. You must do induction because it's very important. It's a ritual in Toastmasters because members are supposed to get membership certificates. You get somebody to come and speak to them on pathways, maybe during the induction ceremony. It's very important. I think Ruby also mentioned the fact that we don't have mentors. The issue of mentor is not only the problem of Surulere Toastmaster. I think it's cut across, and the TM Chidi is right on this call. She can speak, she can attest to that. So we've got to sort of find a way to resolve this issue. And one of the ways by which you resolve it is that if you don't have experienced members who can serve as mentors to your new members, you can call on other clubs. For instance, Toastmaster Chidi, I've seen her attending several clubs. She will be willing and glad to provide mentorship to your new members. So you can just tell her and say, we are assigning you 2 members. It doesn't matter whether she's from Surulere or not. She's available and she's willing to do it. So you can leverage resources or you can leverage membership of other clubs to get your members engaged. So you need mentors to speak to them, and you must have mentorship program. So once you set up mentor-mentee relationship, you must, as an executive, you must constantly check what are they doing. Is the mentor doing the job? Is the mentee reaching out, or the mentor is reaching out to the mentees? So in the interest of time, I will need to wrap up very quickly. Somebody also mentioned quality of evaluations. You need to get other clubs, members from other clubs to come and do evaluations at your club if you don't have enough evaluators. And you also need to get people to stick to the objective of their speech. It can only happen when you set up on time. Identify the evaluators on time. Identify the speakers. Let them speak. Let them talk. Exchange the contacts so that, and let the speakers, if you know that your speakers are not always speaking to the objectives, you can organize a training. You can get the TM Stella Odunwa to organize a training on the quality of effective presentation, or how do we deliver a Toastmaster speech, so that members will know that you don't just come and speak, you have to speak with objectives within the guidelines. So it's very important. So there are quite a number of things we can do as far as this is concerned. So I think I will just stop there. I'm expecting the executive to take notes of some of the things that have been mentioned by the different presenters. So at this juncture, we'll just vote, and then we'll now open the floors for general comments. We have some experienced Toastmasters in our midst who may also want to chip in 1 or 2 things. So Toastmaster Jagun, do you want to set up the poll so that we vote for the best group? And then we can then open the floor for everyone, maybe question and answer, and then for us to have comments. I'm not sure we can vote with this.
I think I'm having an issue with the poll. I can't.
Okay, so
is it possible we vote manually?
We can vote manually. Please send your ballots to Toastmaster Ajagun. If you think Group A, Group B, or Group C are the best presentation, please send your ballot to Toastmaster Ajagun. He will collate and then we can then announce. Okay, Toastmaster Ruben, you want to make a suggestion, please? The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, AD. A suggestion. I don't like to see that our group has also put a summary of our points in the chat for other groups to see. Sorry, we couldn't mention all of them because of time.
All right, thank you for that. Apologies that I didn't recognize that. Thank you. So we have summary of some of the deliberations that you had in your group, and we can go through it for further ideas so that we can further deepen the outcome of this engagement. Because like I mentioned, the purpose is for us to now build a better, an effective, and a resilient Surulere Toastmasters Club that will pay attention to all the elements of the moment of truth going forward. So thank you for putting that up, and we will pay attention to those things. So I will now open the room for general comments, questions, because we want to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. So the room is open. If you want to make a comment, you want to ask a question, so please feel free to unmute yourself and speak as we bring this session to the final lap. So do we have any comment or question why the Toastmaster Ajagun is collating our ballots?
Toastmaster Ruben is raising his hand.
Okay, Toastmaster Ruben, please go on.
Good evening once more. Standing the chance of sounding like I have spoken too many times in this meeting, I please plead your indulgence. I am personally just here to say thank you so much, AD. Thank you so much, members, for showing up. This is on the evening on a Sunday, and I know someone like DTM Chidi is very busy where she is, and I don't even know which time of the day she is, and you showed up. So I want to say thank you. Just personally, it just has for me to see the commitment everyone has shown coming in by this time. And I also want to say thank you for making us sit down and think more constructively about different elements of our meeting and how we could make it better. And the biggest room is room for improvement. So with this feedback, we hope the ESCOs can act on it and make Surulere Toastmasters Club something to behold, something other clubs aspire to be part of. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Ruben. Thank you for that submission. Thank you. Well noted. And let me express our biggest thanks to Toastmaster Chidi as well, and DTM Stella for always ready to assist us in the journey of becoming better at Toastmasters. Thank you for attending. You cannot compare yourself to Toastmaster Chidi. You really can't. You can't just compare yourself. She's everywhere. So just after this meeting, just try to join another meeting. You'll find her there. So you can't. I don't really know how she does it, but she's just phenomenal. Well done to Mr. Chidi. And I'm looking forward to be like you, to be able to be available and be present across every Toastmasters events and contribute maximally. So do we have any other comments or questions? Okay, I think.
I want to thank you so much for a beautiful session. We all enjoyed it. And I'm telling you that this information, this training has come at the time when we need it most. So we are going to hit the ground running come next, that is come January, and I'm sure that you'll be proud of us. Thank you so much. Thank you, our experts. Thank you, DTM Chidi. Thank you, everyone, for attending. We are grateful.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you for that beautiful submission. Thank you very kindly. So, Toastmaster Jagun, do we have the results?
Only about half of the room has sent in their votes.
Only 3 people, right?
No, only 6.
6.
Yes.
So we are waiting for just 3 people to cast their ballots so that we know which group is our winner for tonight. Maybe the group that wins.
Toastmaster Emmanuel was raising his hand.
Okay, Toastmaster Emmanuel, apologies. Please, you can seize the virtual space from me, please.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Jagun, for that observation. And thank you also, Toastmaster Yusuf, for such an excellent job that you've just done. I think our eyes are more open than it was. And obviously, we have a commitment to do better. I have a quick question, and that question has to do with item number 6 in our questionnaire that posed the question, club newsletter / website published and updated regularly. We had a bit of a discussion on that. We didn't understand what the website meant. Was it a personal website? Is every club required to have a personal website or key into the international website? I just wanted to get your clarification on that question. Thank you.
All right, thank you kindly for that brilliant question. So 2 things. On one hand, some clubs have their personal websites, like Eagle Toastmasters Club has Eagle Toastmasters Club website, eagletoastmaster.com, like that. There are some other clubs too that have their own personal website. But for clubs that don't have websites, the minimum expected is that your contacts on the Toastmasters International website has to be updated. When somebody is searching on the Toastmasters International website, if I go to Toastmasters International website now, and I go to search club, and I insert Surulere Toastmasters Club, certain contacts pops up, right? The details of the people there must be updated. It mustn't be phone number that will not be reachable. It mustn't be email address that somebody cannot contact. So if you have a phone number there, it should be phone number of the current executive. If it's going to be phone number of the previous executive or maybe past president, that past president must be available to respond to any inquiry. So I think that is the minimum that is expected for clubs who don't have their website. You must ensure that your information on the Toastmasters website has to be updated. And you can also try and check out your club. You can do a Google search on your own. Do a Google search of Surulere Toastmasters Club. Look at the top 10 information that will come up. Good enough, your president is an IT person. So if you are comfortable with the top 10 information that will come up, then leave it as it is. If you are not comfortable, how do you improve in such a way that when somebody goes on Google and types Surulere Toastmasters Club, you want good information, nice information to be available to such person so that that person can call you or can call the club executive. But if you are not happy with what you are saying, it means that you need to do something about SEO optimization. So on the issue of newsletters, I think quite a number of clubs also publish monthly newsletter. I think I could recall Mary Toastmasters used to churn out monthly newsletter. There are certain clubs that don't have monthly newsletter. So you can decide, if you don't have monthly newsletter, are there some other medium of disseminating information that will project your club activities much better. For instance, at the end of every meeting, does your club secretary, does he or she send out information regarding the summary of the meetings to club members and guests so that they can see what happened? In the event that I'm unable to attend your club meetings, as at the last meeting, can I still enjoy maybe a summary of the activities that happen at the club? So you can decide that, do we want to ensure that minutes of the meeting are sent out on time at the end of the meeting? Are part of the things that you can do to sort of optimize the way people see you outside. So I think I will stop there in the interest of time. So Toastmaster Jagun, do we have our results?
I believe we can proceed.
All right.
So from the votes here, Group C won the votes for the best representation.
Wow.
Toastmaster Emmanuel M. presented for that group. So I think we can say congratulations to Group C.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Emmanuel. Wow. So how many votes did that group have?
Okay, Group C had 3 votes. Group A had 2 votes. Group B had 1 vote.
So that means some people did not vote. Congratulations, Toastmaster Emmanuel. So let me announce the giveaway to your group. And what I want us to do, what I want the ESCO to do, is that this group is going to be our monitor, for the moment of truth, as far as Surulere Toastmasters Club is concerned. So your group is going to sort of monitor Surulere Toastmasters Club going forward and ensure that the club is able to accomplish and rank high on each of the elements of the moment of truth. So by virtue of you winning the best group tonight, you've constituted yourself into a committee, a moment of truth committee. And Mr. President, you then take this up. So this moment of truth, this committee is going to charge the club to ensure that at every point in time, the club is meeting every of the elements of the moment of truth so that we don't derail. So by the time we evaluate this club, maybe in the next 3 months, we'll rank high as far as all these elements is concerned. To encourage you to do this job going forward. So let me announce the token, what we are going to give you tonight. So by virtue of being the winner, each of your members of this group will have access to a soft copy or hard copy of this book, Elevate Your Expressions, by Toastmaster Craig Esawudi. So you are going to have access to a copy. He is going to personally share a copy. I have personally ordered for all the members of your group that emerge as a winner tonight. So on one hand, we are also encouraging our member in the Toastmaster community to do more, to write more, because the beauty of writing is for you to see people to patronize you as well. So we are encouraging him, and we're also encouraging ourselves. So he's going to personally send you a copy of this book as the gift or as the prize for winning the best presentation tonight. And we are charging you to constitute yourself into a committee, and the committee is going to be called Moment of Truth Committee. So your responsibility is to charge this club going forward to deliver and rank high on all the elements, the 6 elements of the Moment of Truth. So that is your responsibility. Thank you and congratulations. So I think on this note, my assignment is done. I will now return the control of this meeting to the President Toastmaster Omobolarinwa Jagun. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for participating in this August meeting and for actually helping us to get actionable information that we can use to move through the Toastmasters Club forward. Thank you. I think I should recognize the members of each group. In Group A, we dealt with first impression and membership strength. We have Toastmaster Ruben Uzo, we have Toastmaster Chikeze Chukwazi, and we had distinguished Toastmaster Stella Noah. In Group B, we had Toastmaster Kokoro Rajaudi, Toastmaster Ena Akbaure, Toastmaster Tessa Matata. And in Group C, we have Toastmaster Emmanuel Eme, distinguished Toastmaster Chidi Kudimadu, Toastmaster Yodo Umiano, Toastmaster Elizabeth Intia. So thank you everyone for participating in this meeting and helping us get this feedback. Special thanks to you, distinguished Toastmaster Chidi Kudimadu, for always being with us and always supporting us whenever we need you. Thank you very much. And special thanks to you, Toastmaster Yusuf Apino, our area director. Thank you for doing this for us. Our time is fast spent. I believe we can move for the adjournment of this meeting. So I'd like the competent Toastmaster to move for the adjournment of this meeting to the 7th of January 2024.
I, Toastmaster Ruben, Uzo hereby move a motion for the adjournment of this meeting to the first Sunday of January 2024.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ruben. Toastmaster Emmanuel, please go ahead.
I, Toastmaster Emmanuel Eme, hereby support the adjournment for this meeting to be moved to January the 7th, 2024.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Emmanuel. This meeting is hereby adjourned. So thank you everyone for participating. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, our AD, TM Yusuf, for hosting this session. We appreciate you. And thank you, TM Chidi, for coming, for attending. TM Ena, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, TM Ena. Lovely to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Team Ena. Team Ena has moved from Surulere on to Abuja and is now dominating Division F in speech contest.
Yeah, our champion.
Team Ena, well done.
Good night.
He's the Division E humorous topics champion.